All right, I'm going to do a quick video on annuity bonuses. There's an account that's offering like a teaser rate bonus as I record this in February of 2022. And I think it's very misleading. I don't think it's good personal finance. And I think a lot of people fall victim to these big bonuses thinking that they've found this secret account and their advisor is cutting them in on this wonderful deal that's going to get them rich. And I think too often these bonuses, when you look at the volume of sales in these types of products, annuity products, too often it's the products that carry these huge bonuses where a lot of people are pouring their money into. And I want to just kind of unpack how these bonuses work, because it's not as though all these products are terrible. I'm not the biggest fan of many of them, but I'm going to unpack exactly how these bonuses work, and so you can go into these buying decisions eyes wide open. All right, so you might be getting some mail. Here's a client sent me an offer that he got from an advisor. Special promotion, 35% bonus on if you buy it by February 2nd, you get this 35% bonus, and it means more income and a bigger death benefit, and see if you qualify for the bonus. And if you put 100,000 in there, that means $35,000 added to your benefit. Product update, an annuity getting a 35% premium bonus. It won't last long. My first question is, does it pass the smell test? Like, do these companies, these insurance companies, grow big and rich by giving people free money? Do you think they're going to just give you $35,000 and let you sail off into the sunset? Of course not. There's only 100 pennies in a dollar, and they're going to take something away from you by giving you that 35% bonus. Now, let's go back on, look at some basics here. So, this account is what's called I call it a hybrid annuity. Typically, it's a fixed indexed annuity with an added income rider, but a hybrid also kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit better. And just like a hybrid car, it has two different functionalities. A hybrid annuity has two different functionalities. You're going to have an account value, which is ultimately your cash value. And this particular account is fixed index, or it's linked to the market. So say the market goes up, you go up with it, market goes down, you stay flat, market goes up, you go up with it, market goes down, you stay flat, market goes up, you go up with it. So if you just saw that and you saw the 35% bonus, you'd go, oh my gosh, this seems like the greatest account of all time. I won't lose any principal. And if the market goes up, I can make a reasonable rate of return. But if the market goes down, my principal is protected, and all is right in the world. And I found the God's gift to investment accounts. So this is one element of the account. The second element of the account is these accounts will have an added income rider. And this added income rider is where things get kind of a little bit convoluted, right? And sometimes they'll come at a fee, sometimes there'll be no fee. Sometimes the rider will guarantee to grow at 7% per year. Sometimes the rider will get added, a big bonus will be added to it. There is a lot of figures don't lie, but liars sure can figure. There's a lot of complexity surrounding these income riders. And I would warn you, that complexity is not there to add value to the consumer. It's there to add value to the insurance company that's hawking the product. All right, two things. One, the devil's in the details, right? And the biggest detail you need to be concerned about when buying a fixed indexed annuity or a hybrid annuity is you need to give something up to get this account, right? And generally what that is time and liquidity. So I'm going to show you some details about this very same 35% bonus account in just 1 second. We can get these things as short as 5 years. You can get them as long as 16 years. Naturally, I want the shorter termed accounts. Now, sometimes if you get a shorter termed account, you're not going to get as much growth within the account. If you buy a 16-year account, you're making way too long of a business decision. The second thing you need to be concerned about is your growth potential. Fixed indexed annuities are not designed to compete with the stock market. Now, there are some financial advisors who go, don't go near an annuity with a 10-foot pole. They're all terrible. I'll save this for another video, right? There are some individuals who I sit with who say to me, Adam, I don't want to take any risk. I want my principal to be protected. And if the market goes up, I want to realize some growth associated with that. They don't want bonds. They don't want a Vanguard fund. They don't want a CD. Like, they want an account that grows at this. And quite frankly, if you just completely dispel the product as all bad, you haven't done your research. There's been lots of white papers written at this point that talk about the potential growth potential that you have with the accounts, and it could fit into a well-balanced portfolio. But again, I'll spare that for another video. But the growth on these counts is incredibly limited. And generally, if you're getting a 35% bonus, that's got to come from somewhere. So where it comes from in this particular case is you're making a far longer business decision. You're locking up your money for a longer period of time, and you're giving up growth. And that 35% is not cash money. It's simply a funny money number that gets added to this income rider. So it's not as though you can say, hey, I'll take my money plus my bonus. They're going to say, hey, I'll give you the 35%, but you got to take it out under our terms. So with an income rider, let's see if I can add another page here. With an income rider, so say you started an account with $100,000, and after one day, you're at $135,000, and then you've got this income rider that grows at, I don't know, 5% per year or something. So after 2 years, you're at 135. 135 times 1.05. So after 2 years, you're at 141. And after 3 years, you're at 1.05. You're at 148. And then the next year, you're at 156. Okay. So after 3 years, 148. And after 4 years, you're at, what did I say, 156? You get the point. So if you were to look at simply this number, you go, holy cow, Adam, I got an account that's principal protected and I can't lose any principal. And after day one, I make a 35% bonus and it's going to grow at 5%. Well, remember I said the devil's in the details. This number is simply a funny money number that can be utilized to pay you income. And what the insurance company says is, I'll give you 35%. I'll let your money grow at 5%. But you need to access this number under our terms. So there'll be a corresponding payout rate. And I'm going to show you these in 1 second. So here's this particular product that's giving you a 35% bonus. Take a look at the growth rates. It has an annual cap linked to the S&P 500 of 2.25%. That means if the market goes up 10%, the best you could do is make 2.25%. Then they have these smart indexes, which I'll unpack on different videos perhaps, but the bottom line with this particular product, your cap 2.65, 2.4%, monthly point to points of 1.5, spreads 3.35, 3. The bottom line is this particular product, you are not making more. Can I open this up? Perfect. You're not making much more than like 1 to 3% per year. What about time? You're locking the money up for 10 years. Here's your surrender penalties. Year one, if you tried to get out of the product, they're going to charge you a 10% early withdrawal penalty. Year two, 10%. Year three, 10%. 8.75, 7. So even after 5 years, if you try to get out of it, you're going to pay about 6 or 7% to get the heck out of the thing. Now, they are going to let you access 10% after year two or starting in year two. If you get confined to a facility, they'll let you access the money. Here's where the 35% comes in, because right now I'm recording this before the big offer of 35%. Right now, the bonus is 25%. So it gets added to the PIV value. That's your principal income value, right? So here are the payout bands, right? So if you're 60 to 69 and you choose a single payout, it's 4.5%. If it's a joint payout, it's 4%. If you're 70 to 79, the roll up, you get the 35% plus 50% of whatever the credited interest is. Well, I just showed you the credited interest is only 2.5%. So you get 50% more of that, you're going to make a 3% roll up rate. So I don't want to spend the entire time poo-pooing this one particular product, not to mention they probably have better lawyers than me. But what I am going to say is bonuses, by and large, are like junk food rushes. You ever eat like an entire cake and you go, boy, it tasted really good while it was touching my lips, but now that it's in my stomach and I'm having a food hangover because I've digested so much sugar, I feel like crap. Well, bonuses on annuity accounts are the same thing, except you don't feel like crap for an afternoon or a few hours. You get locked into these things for a decade and you put your money into an account that is only going to grow at 1 or 2% per year in an inflationary environment or in an environment where interest rates are going up. And even if the market goes up 20%, you make 2.5%. This is worse than a food coma. Now, are all fixed index annuities bad? Not if you go into them understanding all the drawbacks. Not if you go into them knowing that, hey, what's my exit? Any good investment should have an equally good exit strategy. So if you go into one of these things, you should know after 2 years, if I want to refinance and get the heck out of it, what's it going to cost me? Or if my financial situation changes and I need to tweak things, how the heck do I get out of Dodge and put my money into a different instrument? And the problem with most contracts that have big bonuses, your exit strategies are awful. Like you have to pay the piper to get the heck out of Dodge. And the other thing with those big bonuses is they take away your growth potential. So if you're going to use one of these accounts, my recommendation, go back to my little whiteboard here, is find an account that has the most forgiving liquidity and time restraints. So you can get the heck out of it as quickly and as seamlessly as possible. And find an account that's going to give you the best growth potential possible. Maybe something that might make, 3, 4, 5% per year. And again, that's about as good as it's going to go with these accounts. You might have a year where you make 10, 12%, but over a long period of time, if you step back and you kind of squint your eyes at the performance, these accounts are really only designed to make 3, 4, 5% per year. It's comparable to a bond. Don't fall victim to um, bonus marketing of, oh, you got to get the account. You're going to get a huge bonus. I promise you, you will have a hangover if you buy that account a few years into it. Buyer beware. If you want to learn more about how the accounts work, please click on our company page, reach out to us, get our free book in the mail, and we'd be happy to shine a light on these things in an agnostic, fact-based way where we're not trying to hawk something or sell a product and use a shiny, dangly bonus carrot um, dangling in front of you as a way to get you to bite at something that might not be in your best interest. Thanks for watching.